Howdy, y'all, and welcome back to I Am Abled Because I Am is Able. So, we've all been home, and some might be wondering where I've been in this time socially, because I kind of got off Facebook for a while, and I have very much not been doing videos for the last 6 weeks? I don't know, I haven't exactly gone into my YouTube to find that out. Oh, I've watched a lot of YouTube, but I haven't, looked at my YouTube studio to find out how many weeks it's been since my last post. But it's been a while. First reason was my health just took a downward spiral, and we don't totally know why. My mom and I both suspect I might have had COVID at the beginning of all this, but it doesn't feel worth the risk to go to a lab right now to check that out. And I'm healthy-ish right now, so I'm not going to risk it. Second reason, well, it's been kind of busy lately. Reaching out to friends, keeping my brain in check, and having family time. And then on my really good days, trying to be productive. And then after all of that, my stamina is just kind of done. And doing a video just doesn't seem to take priority. So over the last week, I've been trying to get my head straight enough to do a video for you, and it's been kind of rough. This is already my third draft of doing a video. So we'll see how this turns out. But I wanted to reach out and let you know I am still alive. I am still mostly okay. The thing that's been hardest is being a social person in social isolation with introverted friends. Yeah. I have no idea if I'm an introvert or an extrovert, to be honest. I kind of tend to call myself a mid-trovert. But I am a social person, and I'm realizing that more and more and more all the time. So right now, what I really, really miss the most is being able to see a group of people and talk to more than one human being at a time. Or getting to hug someone. I miss hugging my best friend and her son. I miss getting to hug my church family. I really, really miss hugging. Which is funny because I never really thought of myself as a major touch as being one of my big love languages, but when it's gone for 2 months plus, yeah, I miss it. I miss it a lot. So yeah, that's been my biggie. If I would say one piece of advice to anybody during this time, it's if you are not naturally a person to reach out, and you're used to your friends being the ones to reach out, if you are able, and anyone is on your mind, just send them a text. Even if you realize that some text message was not replied to 4 weeks ago or something, and you have no idea where that text went or what it was about, just send them a text. And if you remember that there was a missing one, just let them know that you remember that it happened, but you don't know what the text was, or anything like that. Feeling remembered by anybody during this time especially, but pretty much all the time, as someone who is a social reacher-outer, it can really warm someone's heart in this time. Even if it doesn't seem like a big gesture to you, it can be a huge gesture to them. So, yeah. I know for me that's been a huge gesture. Yeah. So, where does that leave me now? Well, I've heard that supposedly my physical therapy building that I used to go to and my physical therapist are going back to work next week. But I've also been warned that this, with our health conditions, would not be the greatest time for us to go back yet. So that's okay. But it gives hope on the horizon. And until then, I am doing what I can with my physical therapy when I'm able to remember to do it and remember how to do it. And beyond that, I'm grateful for any of my friends that have reached out. I am grateful even for my friends who gave me space when my health was really a wreck. And I'm also grateful that God has always seemed to meet our need right when we needed it, not before. I've been really challenged by several different verses that I've known for a long time. But one of my biggest prayers in this time, that's in the middle of the Lord's Prayer, well, there's two parts that have really, really hit home a lot during this time, is that give us this day our daily bread. Now, we're actually commanded to pray this in our prayer in the Bible. This is the order of our prayers. Give us this day our daily bread. And it might sound needy or whatever, but I love that it doesn't say give us this day a bunch of bread. Supply everything in abundance. It says our daily bread today. And that's really been hitting home during this. Looking for God to supply our daily needs, both spiritually and physically, and not freaking out that how many rolls of toilet paper do we have left, or how many bottles of my favorite drink do we have left that actually helps my throat and my emotion. And God really challenged me on that with that particular drink and a few other things. But one that really, the first time that hit me was when there's this one drink that I really, really like. It's a mocha, almond mocha. It's the only kind of chocolate milk I've tasted that is not actually from a cow that tastes like real chocolate milk, even though it's technically a coffee, but I don't taste the coffee. And it's so soothing to my throat, and it just makes me happy. And before we were in the lockdown, my dad had found a few bottles, and then he was only going shopping still is, about once a week, or less. And during the lockdown time, he tried 3 or 4 different shopping trips to find it, and he couldn't. Any of the normal places. It just wasn't there. And one particular day, I was really needing my mocha. And I was struggling because I'm like, God, what if this is the last mocha for the next 3 months even? Who knows? And God asked me, do you trust me? Do you trust me that if you need it, I will supply it? If you really need this, I will supply it. And if you don't, then it might not be there. But do you trust me that I will still comfort you and give you that peace, even if you don't find this? And that really was a struggle to open that refrigerator door that day and pull my drink out. And I prayed over that. And I was like, God, yes. I am relating so much to that verse of I believe, but Lord, help my unbelief. And it was this mixture of those two verses. And I finished off the mocha that day. And the very next day, my dad found not 1, but 3 bottles of mocha. And it just felt like this giant hug from God and this confirmation of He will supply your every need. And He will give us this day our daily bread. Not, to go crazy over. The other one has been also from the Lord's Prayer. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. We're actually given the permission to ask God to not lead us into temptation, but deliver us from evil. And every night, I love praying that over my sleep, God, protect my anxious thoughts when I'm trying to fall asleep, protect even my dreams, because I can't always control my dreams. They're my subconscious thoughts. And He's given us that permission to ask Him to take that temptation away. And so when all of the anxious thoughts about what life might be like because of COVID or whatever, and what might our life be like after COVID and what have you, there's so many different like negative things right now that could be controlling my thoughts, and that has been a constant verse of prayer for me. There's a few others that I could share with you too, but I'm at 10 minutes now, so I will maybe talk about one of those next time. Yeah, what has been one of your biggest challenges that God has really just come alongside and met during this time? Yeah, so there you go. That's all I've got for today, because I could keep ranting, but let's be honest, y'all probably give up around 7 minutes anyways, and I'm well past that. So I'm going to leave now and pray that you all have a very blessed day and that you can see God's blessings through your day. Love you. Miss you all. Ciao for now. Bye.